This next one, Kayla, not a success story potentially.
No, well, some people might argue. I think this one has a lot of people divided. This
Hmm.
infamous smokeless grill Snoop Dogg story with Solo Stove. I mean, we definitely got to dive into that one.
Yeah, so this is huge because I think Snoop came out and said I'm pretty much going to stop smoking, which obviously caused every outlet to write about it, which is what you want, right? And Ad Age at the time, anyways, ranked this number 18 on the list of 40 best ads in 2023. And they gained, I think they gained like 60,000 followers on social media after the call to action was like, oh, by the way, he just meant, smokeless grills, not actually, smoking weed or what have you. But this is interesting. The company ended up parting ways with the CEO. They did not see really revenue attribution to this. Obviously, they got brand awareness, but really, I'm extremely confident with stories like Stanley and even this of the smokeless stove with Snoop. These viral splashes can be extremely effective if you are targeting the right audience. So if the goal of this stunt is to recruit potential future customers to the top of your funnel, which it should be 99.9% of the time, are these people that you're getting in front of, are these articles that are being written about you getting in front of the actual buyer persona that you're targeting to generate future revenue, or is it just noise, right? I think too often attention and engagement is looked at really in this vacuum when it should always be getting the right attention and the right engagement that translates to future business success. I saw an article or maybe a comment that said this would have been much better with like a Bear Grylls, right? Like someone like him that speaks to that audience more. Snoop Dogg, maybe his main audience is, I don't know, that 40-year-old hip hop fan. And are they really going to be investing in this smokeless stove? Or should you be going after a different demographic? And if you are, who's maybe a better person to get the word out about that? So they made the splash, they got the brand awareness, they got the write-ups, they got the followers, but they weren't going after the right audience. And that's the key when you want to go viral. Are you actually recruiting the right people in your funnel? And that's something that every business has to focus on, right?
Right. No, absolutely. I think it's interesting to see like that after this, like the drastic measures they took to part ways with the CEO. Like, do you feel like that was, the right decision? Do you feel like he should have been given another chance to like maybe go back to the drawing board, try again with,
Yep.
a different influencer possibly?
And I think too, with different companies, you see this with the Super Bowl, right? Where people take large swings to go after a broad audience. There's no better time than the Super Bowl where you have more eyeballs across America looking at your product. But if you're going to invest in a Super Bowl ad, your product should be good for a broad audience as well, or at least know the ROI of that. And this is a product in particular that's kind of a niche market, right? Like people that would like this really I think would love it and be an ambassador and be someone that screams from the rooftops how much they enjoy this product. However, it's probably not as broad as the Snoop Dogg audience is. And again, everybody talked about it, but nobody actually went through with the call to action to actually generate revenue. So the goal of marketing, you're going to spend all the marketing that Barbie did on that movie. They want to see people actually show up at the box office, which in that example they did. But this is kind of a tale of two stories, right? You have Stanley, who I think did it the right way. And then with this Smokeless Grill Snoop Dogg campaign, again, a lot of noise, a lot of engagement, not the bottom line results.